Greetings, YouTube. Happy Wednesday. Happy first month of the new quest. As you can see, and I should say first day of the new monthly quest, we have the new event quest Night Riders. I'm sure I'll jump into the uncollected version of that sometime today. But on top of that, we have our first unit-based only offer, a tier-based offer that we have seen since Cyber Monday, which is somehow already a week and a half ago almost. And so this will pop up on the screen when you log in. And you will see basically the two things that people care about most: Tier 2 Alpha Catalysts and Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments. And as somebody who is praying that we get ranked down tickets in the month of December, and yes, there's no guarantee, but one can hope, I'm looking to get as many of these possible to try to rank down a 565, probably Void, because FYI, other than a huge increase in health, I haven't seen a huge difference between my rank 4 and rank 5 Void, at least not compared to the rank 4 to rank 5 Hyperion or Stark Spidey or Blade when I took them up to 565. So I'd rank down Void to rank 4, who I still think would be very, very good at rank 4, and take up Domino as a 6-star to rank 2. But I need that rank down ticket to do that. So because of that, we have 4,500 Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments. Now, this is what, 1/8, I want to say? Let's see. No, actually 1/10. 1/10 of a Tier 5 Basic Catalyst, and 1/2 of a Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst for 2,500 units, which is approximately, $75 when you compare it to the United States dollar. Obviously, it's more if you're in Australia or Canada. You also get 200,000 gold, though I don't factor in gold to the overall grading of a deal. I think this is... it would be 5,000 units for a fully formed Tier 2 Alpha, and then we would have 5,000 units for 1/4, which is... So this is a really, really terrible cash deal. Free-to-play players, this is like the only thing that you can get your hands on if you're hoarding units. So I get the appeal, but that's a pretty small chunk of Tier 5 basics. You can get those mostly from selling Tier 4 basics. You get 200 Tier 5 basic catalyst fragments per sold Tier 4 basic catalyst. Now, we will go to the offer, and we will check out the other tiers, because it's time to see if we have the ability to get something better. So it doubles in price to 7,500 units total, which is over $200 worth of units. That will get a fully formed Tier 2 Alpha, so that's 1.5 Tier 2 Alphas, which is the exact same ratio as the 2,500 units, so the value does not go up at all from one unit to the next. And then also 9,000, and the value of that doesn't go up at all. Really, if you are going to have an offer that doubles the price but doesn't change the evaluation of the units to Alpha Catalysts or units to Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments, that's pretty bad, right? Like, in other offers, you see it scale up. So they know that the 5,000 units is a ton of money for units. So I would have expected, if I was in charge of this deal, and Kabam, as always, if you want to hire some cheap consulting work, I will help you out, because I am that concerned about your offers, especially the ones that scale up but don't scale up in value. If I was in charge of this offer, I would tweak this by changing the 5,000 units to 54,000 Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments, so that you get, excuse me, I'm apparently allergic to BS offers. You get a bonus half of a Tier 2 Alpha based off of what you would get for 2,500 units. So you would get 2 fully formed Tier 2 Alpha Catalysts for 7,000 units. Keep in mind, that's still not a great value, but at least it's better value than the first tier. I think the average summoner, even if you've hoarded the units like I have, you have no incentive to get the second over the first unless you really need those Tier 5 basics or the Tier 2 Alpha to get your next champ to either 565 or rank 2 as a 6-star. But other than that, you should give, I think, at least 11,000 Tier 5 basic Catalyst Fragments in the second tier as well. But ideally, give them 12,000, right? Make it to where you're telling me that you're going to spend 7,000 units and not even have a third of a Tier 5 Basic formed. Keep in mind, a third of a Tier 5 Basic is 15,000 Tier 5 Basic Callus fragments. And this puts you at 13,500, which is just terrible. I can't believe that it would be, if you are to scale this to what it would cost to form one Tier 5 Basic, which of course is only half of what you need Tier 5 Basic wise for a 5-star, or a third of what you need since you need 3 fully formed for a 6-star rank 2, this would scale to over $600 for one Tier 5 Basic. And so that means for a 565, that would be $1,200. And for a 6-star, that would be almost $2,000. This is the problem, the main problem that I kind of ranted about when I posted my latest video about the dangers of using an Odin as a piece of the pie when it comes to an offer, because if you have a number like 45,000 that's divisible by 9 or divisible by 5 or divisible by 3, you can in theory try to justify the idea that you're going to pay $100 for, in this case, a tenth, right? 2,500 units is almost $100 with units. It's 600 units less than an Odin, and that's $100. So you are saying that $100 should get you 1/10 of a Tier 5 Basic. And so in that utilization, $1,000 would get you one Tier 5 Basic. And so then since you need 2 of them, you need $2,000 worth of units to form this up. That's insane. That's a car, right? I mean, I lived in a mobile home a lot of my life as an extremely poor upbringing. And I'm pretty sure my mom could have got a mobile home for less than the price of a mobile video game character to rank 565. It's just insane. So if you can afford it, I think you definitely should only go for the advanced Alpha Catalyst cache, because the ultimate, literally, other than maybe a little bit of gold, gives you no incentive versus going up in scale. There should be 5-star shards with this. There should be 1.5 Tier 2 Alpha Catalysts. There should be 15,000 Tier 5 Basic Callus fragments. And instead, to just scale it and charge double the price but not have more than the initial value of the first offer, it's lazy, it's disrespectful, and it's dumb. It's a dumb way to present an offer that gives anyone the incentive to throw their units that way. I get that these are the 2 most valuable items to in-game players right now in Tier 2 Alpha Catalysts and Tier 5 Basics, but for this asking price, it's just a complete ripoff. So don't get it. It will be like opening a 6-star featured and getting a new Hulkbuster or a new Ant-Man. Just solid depression for the rest of your holiday season. And Santa may not be knocking at your door with this offer, but you know, sometimes, as they say in Home Alone, Santa don't visit the funeral homes. And this one is just straight coal. Don't get this holiday offer. It's a joke.